these Holland girls did not come to play. To be honest, most of the runways of this episode are freaking fire. It's a new day in the workroom, and I now know what hacking is. Learned that today, and it's freaking amazing. Before I get into this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will only be talking about the looks shown on the main stage. If you want to hear my opinions on everything that happened, especially this week when they did the Snatch game, go over to my Patreon, link in the description below. This week's category is Monsters Ball. I obviously didn't dress for the category. I look frilly as hell today. Well, my color palette at least. And a little ode to Mariah. Mariah! Ivy-Elyse Monroe. I got the name right this time, guys. I like this queen a lot. I think they're just so endearing and just charming. However, this monster look, there are qualities in it that I'm like, ooh. And then there are other qualities I'm like, eh. The garment itself, the dress that Ivy's wearing, it's a no for me, dog. It's a little bit too simple and basic in comparison to like what everyone else is doing. And sometimes you can look good, like on your own. It's like, oh, that's nice. But when you put it together with a cast that's like going above and beyond, it's like, well, you probably didn't do enough. I like the prosthetics. I thought the prosthetics did make Ivy look a little bit more bulkier than she probably wanted, or I would have wanted to see her look in this gown. It was a good look overall. I like the concept of it. I just feel like there were some execution things and some styling things that would have made it even that much more better. But the prosthetics are great, and I like the concept. I love this. Whenever people think about like monsters and like really grotesque looking things, this fish that she's portraying always comes to mind. So I'm glad that she kind of did that. Miss Tabitha, I don't even know. Miss Tabitha there's like this thing with older queens on Drag Race that I'm noticing. I saw it on Spain with that queen, you know who I'm talking about, because I read her every week. And I see it with a bunch of other older queens on different variations of the Drag Race universe, whatever. They tend to rely heavily on personality and gimmicks, and they kind of just put style to the side. And that's fine for your drag, but when you're coming to compete on a formatted competition show, then you have to tweak your drag a little bit to be able to compete so you can last on the show and possibly win. And so for this look, it's interesting, I'll say that. I love black, but I can't see the look. It's just so black and like the dimensions are being lost. She's portraying a Venom character, but it's not coming through. It's a miss for me in general. It's just like, if I saw that on the street, I'd be like, it's a thing. What is the thing? I can't tell. It's not, I don't see a fashionable monster here. I don't see a monster at all. It just looks like a thing. I don't even know what the monster is. I can't see it. So it's a no for me. And one more thing. I do not want to see your skin coming through if you're gonna have a costume on like this. I don't like when she turned her back to the camera, I saw the white neck. I was like, that just took me out of it. I already didn't know what the hell you were, and now I turn around and it's like, oh, I'm just wearing a mask. Ha 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 ha, it's Halloween. No, girl. Vanessa's look is freaking gorgeous. It's very simple. It's a white vampire look. That's essentially what it is. It's not the most creative thing that I've ever seen on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race or any Drag Race franchise, not by a stretch. But the way she sold it, that's what I'm trying to say. The way she sold it, the prosthetics on the mouth, the blood that was strategically placed all over the outfit, the head being worn as a handbag, just so she can casually drink some blood when she's thirsty. That's what made it over the top, as well as the presentation of the walk. She did that. She did that. And that's how you sell something when it's not the best thing in the room. You know what I mean? Vivaldi's look was really great as well, but again, it wasn't so spectacular that I was like, I will remember this tomorrow. It's a fierce sea creature, she says. I don't know. Yeah. I could see it. I don't know exactly what's coming out of the face. I feel like this is just like a monster she just created, which I like. I like the gills. I like the hair. The things come out of the face, I don't know how it relates or whatever, but overall it is a good look. It's kind of a basic look too. If you look at it long enough, it's a basic look. But it's a pass. It's similar to Vanessa, where they're basically wearing cat suits with a little bit of embellishments on it, but the makeup and the way they're selling it down the runway makes it work. So I don't live, but I'm alive. Keta Minaj as a demon, that I live for. That I live for. Okay, starting off the runway on all fours, crawling down the runway, brilliant. I love that it was a white demon because you don't see that very often. When people think of demons, they think of red, bloody, dark, grays, browns, blacks. Why can't a demon be white? You know, I live for it. It looks like the skin has been peeled off at halfway, and then you see the fur. And this is just literally a fur gown. But the way she painted her body and the way the gown is cut and the horns and the white hair and everything, the face, brilliant, brilliant. These Holland girls did not come to play. To be honest, most of the runways of this episode are freaking fire. Like, even if it's not like the most expensive garment you've ever seen in your life, and it's not like the most out of the box idea you've ever seen, kind of most of them, will I say all? No. Most of them are pretty damn good, like in execution and the way they sell it down the runway. I love Masisi as a gremlin bride, I want to say. I thought this was fun. I thought it was funny. The gown was gorgeous. The gown was spectacular. And this is what I think Ivy should have done. Ivy did a monster wearing a regular gown. And that's totally fine. Well, make the gown great. Like, this is how you do it. When you're doing a monster's face and arms and whatnots that's wearing a human garment, make the garment fabulous. This leopard gown, everything. Everything. Well, I think it was a two-piece. I think it was more of a jacket and a skirt. However, it was everything. I love the prosthetics. The judges kept saying, it's a mask, it's a mask. But she was able to move the mouth, so you know, I thought she just made really good prosthetics. Either way, I thought it was gorgeous. Well, not gorgeous in the classic sense of the word, but I thought it was beautifully made. The details in it, I lived for all of it. The green hair, the veil, the drama, the presentation of it all. I love Masisi. I like my little Puny. Like, everyone loves their little Puny, right? That name will never get old to me. I like this queen. I think they went a little bit too basic for this look. It was literally a half mask of a freaking spider and some bad hair and a not impressive garment. So I didn't live. I was not gagging. I thought it was perfectly fine. If I went to a drag show and I saw this on stage, I would say, yes, live, work, here's $1. But on the main stage of Drag Race, unfortunately, the stakes are higher and people expect more. So I am not gagging here. The Countess as Beetlejuice. Now this is a concept carried out through and through. Now I love that she made the feathers into like horns. I love how intricate, like Beetlejuice is a very popular character amongst drag queens in general, but the way that the Countess did this beetle look, freaking brilliant. Instead of doing green hair, like big hair like what everyone always does, she made it slick back. She put the green on her face, and the garment was so freaking, I think the garment was like really thick material, kind of like a blanket, but whatever it was, the way it was cut so the patterns could intertwine, it looked freaking amazing. This is Beetlejuice reimagined, remastered, remix 10.0. This is not the just basic, I'm gonna wear a striped suit with the green wig and call myself Beetlejuice. This was not that. This was, I'm gonna elevate this character, I'm gonna elevate this thing, and when I step out, you'll know exactly what the reference is, but you will be shocked at what I did with it. And I was very impressed. So, Keta Minaj and Vivaldi wins the Maxi Challenge this week, which was a snatch game. Hello! Very early on in the competition for that, but I live. I love when the snatch game is going on and there's like a lot of queens participating. I don't want to see a snatch game with like 5 queens left. At that point, it's not that entertaining. So, congratulations to Vivaldi and Keta Minaj. Keta Minaj now has 2 wins, making her the ultimate frontrunner. It's like episode 3. Like, you're on fire, girl. To be honest with you, I thought this did not need to be a double win, but I'll save that for another video. Go over to my Patreon for that conversation. Until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for my full reaction to everything that happened in this episode and every other episode of Drag Race Holland. Go over to my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Hey, beautiful humans. You've made it this far in this video. Why not subscribe to my Patreon? You can sign up for exclusive content I don't post on YouTube or support me making content for this channel. Speaking of, why don't you watch another video?